welcome back to another episode of the I Geek Books. Today I want to go ahead and pass through what I'm reading, so my TBR list for this month, July, or what's left of July. So I have a couple books that I thought I was not going to like, and it turns out I do. So the first one that I want to touch into is going to be the House of Night series by PC Cass and Kristin Cass. That is, I am in the second book going on the third one. The third one is Chosen. So we have Marked, Betrayed, and Chosen. I think there are about 12 books, and then they have short stories, and then there are stories about the teachers that go into House of Night as well. So the ones that teach the kids. Now the reason I didn't like it in the first place, it was because it's portrayed as a vampire one, but at one point or another for me it kind of lost that, and then it became a magic kind of book. Because they do have magical abilities, but I feel like I'm reading about magic more than I'm reading about vampires. And it's just, it was over and over and over again. Another thing that I didn't like about it was that it was too juvenile. Like the language was very, very juvenile. Which is refreshing sometimes, and sometimes it's just too much. But then I got to book number 2, and honestly, it's better than the first one. It's so much better than the first one. So when I reached that point, I could not get the third one. So I might get bored. I am in between liking and not liking it very much so far. So I guess we'll go. I'll see how it goes, pretty much. After that, I'm also reading the Lunar Chronicles. I'm currently on Crest. I just finished Scarlet, and oh my god, you guys, I don't care if you're not a cyborg fan, if you don't like robots or anything like that. Believe me, this is nothing to do with that. I personally do not see robot movies or anything to do with robots or aliens, and I love this series. It's so wonderfully concocted. It is amazing the way it's written, and you fly through it. Even though you're analyzing, you're absorbing all this new life and this new stories and everything that comes together to make what it is so far. So I can't wait to get to Crest. I'm obsessed by it. So I go to sleep, breathe, and come back the next day to the Lunar Chronicles. So I'm very excited to get Winter very soon as well, which I'm going by memory here, but I think Winter is the next one. And what else am I reading? Oh, If I Stay and Where She Went by Gail Forman, right? Yes, by Gail Forman. So that's something that I want to get to. But the one thing that I just started reading too, and it's amazing, and I'm only in on 3 chapters, but I know I like the way of writing and stuff like that, and it is an audiobook. So I'm completely convinced that it probably will be a good one for me, is Magonia. I don't remember the author right now, but I'll go ahead and put that in the description below. It's so good, you guys. I mean, the style of writing or the way they did the audiobook, it's amazing. Now, I did had it on an audiobook just because by the time I got to it, I went to the library and they had available at the time was the audiobook. So I really just got into it. But I feel like just going to the gym, which is not very normal for me, I'm sure you can notice. I feel like just going to the gym and walking on the treadmill so I can listen to it some more, because that's usually how I get to the audiobooks. I either walk or have something to do at the house, or I try to set myself out of the gym by listening to something that I'll be entertained about instead of music going on and on and on and on and on about the same thing. Anyways, that is one that I am recommending, so it should take me not very long to finish it, so that's something that I'll definitely review. And then I am also, you could say, halfway through to the Bloodline series by Richelle Mead. I am in book number 4 right now, which is Fiery Heart. And then you have Bloodlines, you have the Golden Lily, you have the Indigo Spell, and you have Fiery Heart. And the last 2, I don't remember the names, and I'll put that in the description below. And I am so happy that I finally picked this up, you guys. I know I have a lot going on. I know there are a lot of books, a lot of series, but I don't really care. It has Adrian on it. And maybe you guys are not like me and you like Dimitri all the time, but from the Vampire Academies, that was one of the characters that I wish I had more of a story to. So I'm super happy that Richelle Mead finally did that. And I have no idea why it took me so long to do it, so you will be having a whole series review on that particular very soon. Now for Other series that I've read that are books that are just coming out, I did just read Issy Charm by Kristin Proby. And I mean, the woman is just amazing. She just writes books and we all love them. So that's amazing for her. So, and I love them all. I have read everything that she's ever published so far. I do believe, because I did Google everything and I went onto a completely Kristin Proby spree. And I loved everything she did. She has the With Me in Seattle series, she has the Love Under the Big Sky series, and she now has the Bordeaux series. And all of those are amazing. I mean, the characters are all different, even though they're somehow the same or looking for the same, but they all have their little knickknacks and their little things that make them unique. So that's just something that you kind of look on an author, especially because sometimes you feel like it's the same character over and over and over again, and it doesn't happen with her. So I'm so happy that she just released that. On that particular series, there's 2 novels and 1 novella that she did 1001 Nights. And that's available on Amazon too. Of course, I'll leave the link in the description below. I am trying not to forget stuff, but I'm sure I probably did. So I'll go ahead and start doing my reviews of what I've already read. And for the series, I will wait until I finish the series. For instance, for the Lunar Chronicles, I have done some of those, so those I will get out periodically per book. But I do want to wait for the Bloodlines, and I do want to wait for the, what other series? Oh, for the House of Night series that I just told you guys about, just to see if I love it or hate it. So I guess that will take me a little bit longer. So some reviews will come out today, some will not. Of course, it will be in all of the platforms. I will let you guys know on Twitter, and if you want to know more, there's going to be the links, and everything else is also going to be in the Facebook page. One more thing, I am making up some reader clubs, so if you go to Goodreads, the link in the description below, you can go ahead and sign up for the readers clubs that I have going on so far. It's like 2 series. Just pick and choose whichever you want. We can discuss it and talk about it and add some more if you want it as well. I have that option open. So if you wanted some book discussed that you didn't know, that you don't know very much about, or maybe you want to see what other people who read it think about, go ahead and add it in there. We'll all get together. Okay, I think I'm done. Yeah, I think that's all it. So I guess I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.